Hello everybody, today we're looking at my favorite cigars. I didn't count them, I don't care what year they came out, I've only been into cigars for about a year and a half, and so there's not many rules to this. These are just some of my favorites that are more reliable and the ones I generally reach for if I want a reliable smoking experience that I don't have to think much about construction and all that bullshit. So let's dive right into it. In no particular order, one of my favorites is the Foundation Highclere Castle Senetjer. The packaging on this is awesome. Be sure to check out my unboxing video. If it's not out yet, it will be. But this just has a fun story behind it. Like I said, I'm kind of a packaging whore, and so that's what kind of caught my eye on this one. And I was surprised when I actually tried it because it was nice and smooth, reliable, burned great, and it was pretty sweet. I liked it. Next, we're looking at the Opus 20th year anniversary, and this is the God's Whisper Vitola. These ones need a little bit of age to become good, so I got a couple and I'll let them sit for a while and see how they develop. But this is one of the more reliable specialty Opus in my opinion. You know, it's got some good flavors to it. If you pick it up, you know it's going to be good. You're not spending too much money on this, you know, compared to like some of the Stefano Ricci's and stuff like that. So that one definitely makes the list. In contrast to that, gonna get some hate mail for this one, but we have the My Father, and this is their Connecticut edition. It's a nice light wrapper, and what I like about this is even though it's a Connecticut, it has a ton of flavor. So if I want something kind of mild but not boring, I'll reach for this. This one has about a year and a half age on it, so it's that much better. There are definitely better sticks out there, but this has been a reliable tool in my toolkit, and I'm excited to see what they turn into over the next little while. Next, we have a banger. This is the Dunbarton Paladin de Saka. And this is one of their larger cigars in this line. And this one is the definition, it's not going to come off too easy. This is the definition of reliability to me. These always burn great. They're always smooth. You know, if I just want something that's going to be kind of low-key, and, well, I guess not low-key. These kind of grab the attention of other people in the lounge. But if I want something that's going to be reliable and just a good time, I'll reach for that one. Here's another one that's going to get some hate mail. This is the Aganorsa leaf, Supreme leaf. But I specifically like this Vitola. I think the 2024 release was a Rothschild. I'll put up there what this one is. I forget what it is. But this Vitola in particular is extra delicious. This is one of the first ones I've got butter from as a tasting note. You guys know I'm not a big tasting note guy, and so that has made my list. That's my favorite one, so we'll save that one for later. This is a Cavalier, and this is also a Cavalier. These are their limited edition releases. This is the 2022, this is the 2024. I know a lot of people have liked the 2023, but I think it was a miss. Probably with a little age it'd be delicious, but these are some other ones that I got butter notes out of, and they're just so smooth. You have to smoke this one pretty slow or you get that kind of bitterness in the last half. However, if you ever get a chance, be sure to check that one out. They're still available. And this one's just a fun Vitola. I love these. This is kind of like a mini Cortez compared to what some of Plasencia has been putting out. And that one's been really fun. Speaking of Plasencia Cortez, this is the Plasencia Fuego TAA exclusive in Cortez, and this one is easily in my top 5 cigars. This was a 2024 limited release, so get your hands on it if you can. I've heard rumors that these are going to become a regular release though, so if you do miss out, it's not going to be a big deal. These original ones though are incredible, and you never know if repeat releases are going to be as good as the originals. All right, a bit of a unicorn, or at least something that's becoming more rare. I know they are on a couple of websites still, but they're becoming harder to get and more expensive. This is the Tatuaje Monster Series V-Face Redux 3. I think this was the 2023 release. So these are starting to get a little bit of age on them. Because the 2024 release was the Wolfman Redux, which was okay. Nothing like this though. This is just sweet and creamy. Ah, such a beautiful cigar. I'm gonna be sad when those are no longer around. Going back to Plasencia, we have the Plasencia Ehtefahl. This was a special edition for Qatar. I think it was tied to one of the football matches over there. And this one is getting even more hard to get your hands on. But it's super smooth, burns great, extremely reliable, incredible flavor, and kind of just fun. You know, there's not a lot of people that have their hands on those these days, so when you can get them, they're worth getting. Next we have another Opus. This one is the Reserva de Chateau from their core line. I think it's the Fuente. And then this one is the double Robusto from that same core line. It's the one that has the Fuente Opus X on the cello. And then the cedar sleeve on it. This is my favorite core line Opus. Seconded by this one. First, second. And so if you can get your hands on these, this is what I'm looking for right now. So if anyone knows where I can find these, let me know. But a close second is these. These chateaus are obviously longer. It's kind of a skinny Churchill. But these are tied for some of my favorite Opus of all time. They're a little cheaper than like the special releases ones. This is the Padron 50th year. This is the natural. I have not tried a Maduro one yet, but I hear they are just as good, if not better. You know, like I said, I've only been at this for about a year and a half. And so these natural ones still give me plenty of flavor and kind of tickle that desire for something that's elevated just a little bit, but nothing too crazy. You never want to throw away money with cigars. I'll fix this for those of you with OCD. You are welcome. Next, we're going back down to a budget stick. This is another My Father. This is the Flor de las Antillas in the Maduro. This is a great budget stick. This is one I reach to if I'm smoking with a relatively new cigar smoker, and they also want to experience that little more pack of flavor that you can't really get from Connecticut's and some of the other budget sticks. This one is excellent. It's got lots of flavor. It's affordable. Definitely check that one out if you haven't. Next, we're diving into Drew Estates. This is the Liga Privada T52, and this is the double Corona. This is the big boy. And I'm a Churchill fan, and so I love the kind of longer smoke you get on these. But this is so sweet, so reliable. You know, if I had to enter a long ash competition, it'd either be this one or this double Robusto here. Those seem to give me the best coin stacks and the best kind of long, beautiful ash on those. Next, we have the Freud. This is the Sigmund the Disruptor. It's another long stick. This is one of the first, quote-unquote premium sticks I picked up, but it's a limited edition for 2023. And this one is also delicious. Find it if you can. They're getting a little more hard to find right now. Also, the Freud Agape is another good stick from Freud if you're looking for something like that. Back to Plasencia. This is the Alma Fuerte. This is the Sixto 2. You can see it's got kind of that octagon shape to it. It is a box press, and even though it's got that funky shape, These still burn really good for me, and they got the sweetness to them, a ton of flavor. This is my favorite Plasencia core line, and I usually reach for these if I just need, something that's kind of in the middle range of price. And anything more than this, you got to dive into kind of the special edition sticks. So that's my favorite core line. And then, of course, the stick that makes it on everyone's list, with the caveat, is the Andalusian Bull. This is from Flor, Dominicana. But I'm doing an experiment with these because people are saying age is delicious on these. I tend to agree. Fresh out of the box, they're kind of mediocre. However, once you get a little age on them, they get sweeter, they get smoother. This one's going on about 1.5 years of age, from one of the original boxes I picked up when I was getting started. And it's already getting better. It's already smoother, but it doesn't have that sweetness that I hear people talking about once you get them up around 5, maybe even 3 years if you're lucky. Then our last cigar, and my favorite stick of all time, is the Plasencia Year of the Tiger. This came out a few years ago as part of their Zodiac line. And this is one of the, I've said reliable so many times in this, but really that is what makes a stick special to me. Is it going to be reliable? Is it not going to have draw issues? Is the ash predictable so I'm not dropping it on myself? Are the flavors good? Are they relatively easy to get? When I bought these, they were. And so, just a delicious chocolatey wrapper on this. Beautiful foot, beautiful construction. This is, I think, the unicorn that Plasencia keeps chasing with all their Zodiac lines. The rabbit was obviously a miss with all the construction issues. I'm excited for this year's, the snake. They're experimenting with some different vitolas. But that truly is the cigar that every Plasencia Zodiac should be, in my opinion. So there you go. Those are my favorite sticks. Those are the ones I reach for if I'm having a special occasion, or if I just don't want to risk trying a new cigar. This is what I reach for. If you guys have any questions, be sure to throw them down in the description. And if you're into tabletop channels like this, be sure to check out our main channel. We got one that we go over dangerous items like toxins and war memorabilia, crazy science stuff. And otherwise, we'll see you guys for the next video. Bye.